In this video, I'm going to show how to create a document other than a proposal, which is the most common use of the proposal kit. So we're going to create a case study report. So I've got an energy design theme. We're going to be doing a case study for a green energy community. And we're just going to go add a new project. And I'll just call it a basic case study. And I'm just going to pick a pre-made layout we already have for a case study. And you can see it's got a basic layout here. So you've got thousands of chapters available to change up this layout for your case study report, feasibility study, whatever, with an unlimited combination of chapters. And for the client data, since this is really just a report, we're not really going to fill in much in the way of client information. And we've got the company data set up. And we're just going to go right into the AI writer. All right, so for our pages to write, we're just going to leave everything selected here. How to write, you can see our document type is set to study. And we're going to set our industry to architecture and design. Mid-sized business clients. Maybe we'll make the reading level a little higher. So we haven't made too many changes to the how to write here, just the fine tuning. And the important part, the instructions. So we always have to fill in at least the company data and project data. And if you really want to get in granularly, you can add specific information for your case study on a page-by-page basis. We're just going to do the basic company and project, keep it a little higher level. So I'll create a company data instruction file. Now I've already got a company profile that's been pre-written. And you can see here, this is just a basic outline of a real estate design consortium. So just copy and paste this. And we have to create a project data instruction file. And I've got a document here that's just a bunch of notes and information, about 4 pages. You can see it's pretty densely packed of all the information that's going to go into this case study. We have sources being cited. We've got interviews that were conducted. We've got some strategies and effectiveness, things laid out. So you can see there's a lot of information packed into this instruction document. You can see that some of the goals, you can see a list of all the things that were done. So we're just going to copy and paste all that information into our instructions document. We'll save that. All right, so we have our company data profile. We've got our case study information. We've got all the pages selected. We've got the fine-tuning settings. And I'm going to turn off the suggestions. That doesn't really change much. And now we're ready to create the content. So you just hit the Create AI Content, let the AI writer process all those instructions, and it's going to fill in all those pages. All right, the AI writer has completed everything. And you can see all the pages here that have been written. We'll open up a couple of these. So you can see this is what it wrote out for the present situation. Pretty detailed. Let's look at literature review, because there were a bunch of citations in all those instructions. So those have all been processed and presented a lot more nicely. And remember, there was a bunch of interviews in that data. So it's kind of expanded on that. And, yep, it has put all these interviews in a lot nicer formatting, expanded those out. Lessons learned. All of our AI written information here is looking pretty good. Obviously, you're going to go through this with a fine-tooth comb, read and edit everything. But for the most part, all you should have to do is just basic word processing and editing, a little bit of reformatting. But other than that, everything's been done. So let's actually assume we've done some edits here. Now, you don't actually have to do any edits of the AI written text right here. You'd only ever do that if you're going to make one of these a reusable template. And that's been covered in other videos. Because once we assemble all these into the final document, it'll be a Word format document fully assembled. Do your editing on that. So we're just doing a preview of these in case we need to change instructions and have the AI writer rewrite anything. All right, so we're good with all this. And we've got the client data, company data filled in, not doing any line item quote pages. So we can just go straight to save the project and build the case study. All right, now our case study has been completely assembled. Open this up, take a look at it. This was our energy green design theme. See our table of contents. And here is the AI written content all imported into the design theme. So now you can do your editing, proofreading, get the whole case study finished and ready to deliver. And for things like actual data, we didn't actually have a lot of actual data in this case study, so that would be a good use for, say, the reasoning model. You wanted to have the AI writer write specific pages doing some data analysis, you could send it that information, have it create some of these pages using one of the higher end reasoning models. So in this case study, it's just doing some general descriptions of things. All right, and that is all there is to using the ProposalPack Wizard's AI Writer to create any kind of business document, studies, reports, business plans, user manuals, and so on. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And click subscribe to keep up on the latest proposal writing tips with Proposal Kit.